Right.
Why different one?
Oh.
One. Oh, okay. Go.
Alright, so hey everyone, this is Rayman 3 for the GameCube.
That's all, folks. End the cinematic. Time to get down to some scary.
Over the past 2 years has become very broken. Well, beforehand it was practically glitchless.
Oh no, here comes
So
Numbskull again.
there's gonna be quite a few glitches that I'm gonna try to do. I'll explain them as I come by.
They're shooting at us. How original of them.
First part of the game is just an auto-scroller and a cutscene
Grab those
about some
red
story
things, okay?
stuff. I guess while that's happening, I can mention the things that are kind of broken in this game. There's some actions in this game that aren't programmed very well. First one being first-person mode, in which you get like wonky collision and smaller hitbox.
Parachute not included.
Then there's camera mode, in which you can take pictures. And there's also rolling, which you're not gonna see it being used for glitches that often, maybe like twice. But rolling is a speed tech in this game. If you go off of ledges while rolling, it's a little faster.
Come on, I'm kidding. Hey, I like
most
that
of the
outfit.
time.
When does it come off?
So basically, the story is gonna be about Andre, a black
It's all in
lum
here.
who
If you read the story, you'll
turns
find your way out.
red lumps into black
Upon a
lumps,
time there were lumps, huh?
and we're gonna do something about that, hopefully.
Suddenly, a black lump transforms the red lumps into
There's gonna be a lot of
Well,
story stuff that I'm
right
gonna
then.
skip, just because
Here we go, here we go.
a lot of the
Just use
skips
glow
are
box to
gonna
walk with your hand.
avoid cutscenes and triggers.
Scaredy cat he is. He's probably hiding someplace.
It's not
Now
gonna be
these
easy to get
a
your
lot
hands
a lot
on
of
it.
triggers that I skip are vital to
By the way, I
complete the
forgot to
level.
mention that every action wins you points.
But usually we can't just do skips to get around that anyways.
Whenever you
There's some
flip, the
exceptions, but
indicator
we'll
appears
get to
and you
that when
switch
we
to
get to it.
combo mode. This is where things get
There's also a
really
scoring
true.
system, which
Combo
we're gonna
mode, your
ignore
actions
for the
are
most
worth
part.
even more points.
I have actually score run this game
Your
kind
scoring
of
stops
in
when combo mode
2012,
stops.
so I do know a
One
bit
last
about
thing.
the
Points
scoring
can
in
buy
this
you
game.
access to hidden levels, so try to score big. This manual looks like a blast.
Alright, so rolling off of ledges, as you see, gives you a slight boost.
It says here that you hit the jump button in order to jump. Wowee. Now that's what I call info.
And coming up right here is our first glitch.
Button when you want to attack. Come on, don't tell me guys get paid to write this junk.
Oop, that was not entirely great. There we go. Alright, so that's a super jump, or SJ for short. Basically, if you go off of a ledge while you're going in first-person mode at the same time, the game gets kind of confused in that you kind of get stuck in a platform and it just kind of shoots you out.
This ain't the
And you get
place.
lots of height out of it.
Spinsters around here. This manual
Okay, there was a
blows my
cutscene
mind.
skip there that I could have done, where you have to do a frame-perfect kick.
Duh.
I don't really know how it works, and I don't really know the timing, so we're just gonna live with it. Alright, this is one of the hardest skips in the game. I hope I get it. This ledge is actually really hard to see on this TV, but, well, we did it. Alright, so that's an extended super jump. I do actually have to get to the exit, though. I might not make it.
Might be too low. No, you're good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so how extended super jumps work, they're basically the same idea as a super jump, except then when you trigger the super jump, you start mashing the first person mode button, which allows you to get more height out of it.
Hey, check it out.
I also like to mention that super jumps aren't exactly able to be performed anywhere. Like, it has to be on a certain ledge with certain hitboxes and with certain timings, etc. Now what's also really nice about extended super jumps is that you keep in first person mode, and that actually allows you to go clip through some ceilings. So there was one that I actually clipped through right there. There is collision on that ceiling. Oh, I actually dropped down there. That is bad.
The survival of all people depends on it.
There is a backup I could
Let
do
me know
here.
if I'm overdoing it.
Ooh, okay, that was actually correct. Okay, sometimes you actually don't clip through. I'm actually gonna reload the level. I think that's actually faster to do at this point. There is actually a glide walk I could do here, which I'll explain later. but I haven't actually learned it, so we're just gonna do this again.
Of the world. Hey, check it out. The switch. I bet it triggers a mechanism.
This level's pretty fast anyway, since it's like only really one skip you do.
Piggyback. I'm no psychic, but I get the feeling they contain something.
Okay, that was kind of weird. Let's try that again.
Manual says you can curb your punches. It's important.
Okay, so I'll take my time here for now.
It's just hard to see where you're at exactly.
Yeah, the blackness on this TV makes it kind of hard actually. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, I think I can work with it.
I'm overdoing it.
But yeah, Fairy Council, the first world, I actually consider the hardest world in the game because it's really hard to get out of. This level right here is actually gonna have the hardest skip in the game. If I don't get it in like a reasonable amount of time, I'm just gonna do a backup route because, well, I could just be sitting here and doing this skip for a long time and it's just not gonna work. Okay. This is kind of like a dark area, so I need to just make sure that I know where I'm going. Alright, so there's gonna be bouncing platforms up here. We're gonna able to do a glitch called Moon Bounce, which sends up pretty high. Like that. You can click through here, and then here's the hardest skip in the game coming up. I'm gonna only try it a few times, just because it's not very marathon friendly, I would say. Yeah, that's what makes this really difficult. And triggering this glitch is also really difficult. I'll explain it later. Nice.
Nice.
Alright, so that's called an extended camera buffered super jump. It's pretty crazy actually. So there's camera buffered super jumps you can do in this version of the game. And I did an extended version of that one. Basically, you use the camera mode to basically buffer the super jump. And since I extended, I also have to mash first person mode. And it's a lot harder than it looks. They're definitely the hardest trick in this game, or the hardest glitch to pull off in general. I'm happy to have gotten that though. That one is really hard. Alright, so here's gonna meet some story stuff. Lobox followed Andre, which we actually never saw because we skipped cutscenes and triggers and whatnot. But we're gonna go visit some doctors. Hopefully we can fix Globox up and get Andre out of there. Which, spoilers, the first 2 times it's not gonna be successful, but, well, I'm just gonna tell you because we're gonna skip the cutscenes anyway. Like the CG cutscenes you can just all skip, basically, just by pressing start. Most of these in-game cutscenes you can skip. I don't think there's any that you can skip actually, unless you just avoid the triggers for them. Alright, so next level coming up, last level Fairy Council, is a Teensy Highway. They're basically auto-scrollers, so we can't really do anything to speed them up. Can also see they're very colorful and kind of trippy. Okay, so these yellow platforms that I'm going on, they are kind of jerks. Because they just kind of decided that, like, those yellow platforms are actually small, but they just kind of pasted them against each other. And sometimes, when you go off of one, the game can be like, oh, you just jumped off of that one, so we're gonna make you jump. So you can actually get thrown off those platforms. Yeah, like, if you pay close attention, you actually can see that those yellow platforms actually spawn in pieces. And that's basically why. Like, these, like all the other platforms with, like, different colors, they don't do it. Like, these are just fine. If I fall off of them, then it's just completely my fault. I guess also one thing I could quickly mention, at the end of most levels you can see level score. In teensy highways like this, I'm gonna purposely try to avoid as many of these gems as possible. If you get more than 25% level score, you lose 1 second for every 25% you get after the first 25. So right here, you're gonna see you get 14%. And I just only get 1 star. That's the fastest. For most levels, it's not really an issue because you skip so much that it doesn't matter. Alright, so clearly forest coming up. We have some more glitches that are going to be introduced here.
Turn off the nice music.
Next one, the upcoming one, is actually one we're gonna
Music, where are
talk
you?
about.
Shut it!
So, camera mode has some weird properties in fixed cameras. You're basically able to
Rayman,
use
I'm
camera
medical
the
attention.
first person mode in mid-air, and you can use that to get mid-air glide walks. Okay, this wall's kind of annoying, by the way. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna kill this guy. Normally I don't do that because it actually kind of exceeds the score to 25% if I do that, but we're just gonna do it anyway. Alright, so that right there is the first teensy cage. There are, I believe, 6 in the game. We're only gonna free 2 of them. And most of them are required. Or, well, at least they were intended to be required, but we're gonna skip most of them. The reason that we get this cage is because if you don't do it, there's gonna be a teleport trigger that's not gonna spawn. And if we were to avoid it, would have to do a clip that basically loses like 2 minutes. Because you have to go out of bounds for a long time. There's a category in this game called no teensies, where you actually have to do that. Alright, so here's a pretty cool skip coming up, or a pretty cool trick. Invisible Rayman. It saves a lot of time, and with that I mean absolutely nothing. It just looks cool. He just gets the power up and, well, we don't really see anything. The red can that we just got right there basically doubles the power in our fists. These power-ups are temporary, so as you saw, it just ran out right there. Okay, I didn't want to hit him, and... okay. If it kind of gets weird there, then getting dance skip here is kind of hard. Like, it's basically where he celebrates. I could have gotten it if I got a frame perfect jump, but well, I'm not gonna expect to get that. So I guess next level coming up, because this is just, you know, just mash A, avoid the piranhas. Next level is actually where the extended super jump was discovered. We tried really hard to find skips for it, for this level, just to skip the entirety of it. And then I found extended super jumps.
Oh, you found
And
it originally?
yeah, I found it originally about a year ago. And it, like, that trick alone saved a lot of time, like probably 10 minutes. Because you're able to apply it in a lot of places. Okay, that is not the right speed. Let's try it again. Alright. Alright, so that skip basically skips the entire level. Back when extended super jumps weren't a thing, we would do a super jump just to skip the first area, but after that you would still have to do quite a bit of fighting and get a teensy. But, well, with the extended super jumps... Oh, I'm not gonna make this, am I? Am I? Oh no, I barely made it. Okay. That wouldn't have been a big deal, it just would have meant that I had to get a plum and get it onto a stick. Which weighs like, I don't know, 10 seconds or something. Not a big deal. Right, so here we're being introduced by the shock rocket, or the orange can, but we're just gonna flip through this wall. Using a glide walk. Radar glide walk, that is. And then here we're gonna do something similar to a moon bounce. It's called a moon glide, which kinda is the same concept. Just to get up here and, you know, skip stuff. Now there is a fight that's supposed to spawn here, but since we avoided triggers, the enemies aren't there. And that jump right there that I did is actually... I don't do any glitches to do it, but it's actually not intended. So in glitchless, you could actually skip the fight in that area just by jumping up there. So here's the first camera buffered super jump actually. Like not the extended version of it basically. And well, it's pretty similar to a super jump, just use the camera mode to buffer it. We're gonna do another one right here. I could fail this one. This one is actually really hard. We're gonna use another camera buffer super jump to skip a boss called Master Cog. And it's a really long boss, so, you know, you kind of want to skip it. Okay, I didn't get it, so I have to do a backup now. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna make it. No. Okay. Okay, now I actually have to reload because the fixed camera is not there in that hole anymore. Okay, so that backup is actually pretty crazy. What I did right there was a mid-air super jump into a camera buffered mid-air super jump. The camera buffered variant is actually never used except for this one backup. And I have to do it again here. Help! Okay, if the level unloads like that, I know I had enough fight there. I actually have less trouble with the backup than I do with the actual strat. But, well... But how mid-air super jumps work, if you, like just the regular ones, if you hover against a wall and hold first person mode, if you cancel, you actually get a boost if you hug a wall, but it has to be on a certain wall. And trying to do that with a camera buffer is, well, quite a challenge. Also, yeah, I can get first-person mode in this cutscene. It's pretty cool.
Quick, Rayman! Oh, I need medical attention.
Alright, so second highway coming up. This one, I can't actually really get less than 25% score. The lowest I've gotten was actually exactly 25, which actually still gives you an extra star. So we're just pretty much gonna have to accept to, you know, kind of spend an extra second on the menus, the results screen. Yeah. I guess I can give myself a little break from explaining the glitches now, because, yeah, there's a lot of them, but, well, most of them we've seen by now. I think there's, like, 2 more glitch... No, 3 more, I think. Yeah, I think it's 3. Also, that is a lot of pink. It doesn't look that pink when I play this at home. The colors are, well, I don't know. It's not what I'm used to, but, well, I guess that's maybe the reason why, like, the out of bounds backgrounds, like, that are just black, make it really hard for me to see. Just kinda not used to it, but, well, I guess we can manage it, I think. And, like, getting a run that actually like doesn't make any major mistakes or like that you have to reload the level is very hard because there's so many skips and so many glitches you have to do. It would be well extremely difficult to not mess up on a single trick. Like even the world record, which by the way is by Alexos. Shoutouts to him. He came up with camera buffered super jumps in the first place, and when I found the extended ones, he found a lot of new tricks with that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get something here. If I don't get it, then what? Okay, what I just got right there is called start of level PCM. I actually didn't really explain the trick by itself. If I didn't get it there, I would use camera mode at the same time as I hit a cage. And basically what that does, it gives you camera mode and gameplay mode at the same time. But at the start of the level, you have 1 frame to do a camera mode input and get it at the start of the level. And it's pretty lucky that I got it here because it's like a 1 in 5 chance that I get it. Well, like not really, but like in my experience, that's pretty much how often I get it. So it's cool to have shown that off. For a long time, it was actually thought that it was impossible to get start of level PCM on this version, but turns out you can just do it. PCM, by the way, stands for playable camera mode. I don't think I explained that. But basically, it freezes the timers of the power-ups. So with this flying power-up, we can just, you know, kind of fly wherever we want. And skip a boss. The boss was called Begoniacs, and it's a pretty annoying boss. So, Bog of Merc 2 is pretty straightforward. We're just gonna do a camera buffered super jump to go straight for the exit, basically. There's gonna be a lot of levels where it's just, you know, go straight from point A to point B. A being the start and B the end. Alright. So the next level, with the route that I'm using, it's actually completely glitchless. Like it's just not the kind of level where you can really make use of like height gaining techniques. There is actually an easy BSG you could do, but it doesn't save that much time and it's not consistent. Or at least not for me, so we're just gonna kind of do this normally. There's actually also a ledge grab you can do here, but it's really bizarre and I don't really know how it works, so we're just not gonna bother with that as well. Also, you can see I take lots of damage boosts through the swamp. If you take damage from the swamp 3 times in a row, it's an instant kill, so we don't want that. I'm just gonna assume it's not gonna happen because it hasn't happened to me in forever, pretty much. Alright, so right here's boat jump. We can get up here with the boat and basically skips a fight. Can just do it in glitchless as well. Alright, so if I press A here at the start of the level, Rayman will actually kind of teleport down to the ground, and that saves a second. Oh, okay, that was not the extended one. I wanted to extend this one. Oops. Oh, okay, actually something I should mention. Extended camera buffered super jumps are, in most cases, close to impossible if you haven't grabbed a ledge beforehand. I have no idea why, and wow, this background is so dark, I hope I know where I'm going. I do have visual cues, but okay. I did go the right way. I hope that won't bite me later on, because there is... in a later world coming up, there is I'm gonna be out of bounds for a long time, and the background is really dark there, so that's gonna be kind of worrying. What was that?
You can try and fix the brightness if you like later on.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Like if the brightness could be adjusted.
Unlucky and unwise is he who risks entering my domain.
Don't know when we should do that though. Like I don't know if there's gonna be a cutscene. Anyway, back to the game. I just did a clip right there. I actually was surprised that I got it there because I thought I didn't set it up right, but I got it. But that was basically a stair clip. It's actually not like a skip based on like camera mode related glitches or first person mode. It's actually just level geometry that isn't programmed correctly, I guess. Yeah, this boss you can lose a lot of time on it. Like even the best runners can lose, I don't know, like 30 seconds at max at this. There's a bit of RNG involved, being these red cans. They can spawn in different places. I don't think that's an ideal one. Yeah, he has to squish this one. I mean, the most time can be wasted by just falling down yourself. Like, you're just kind of helpless when that happens.
Move over, Buffalo Bill. Here comes Cannonball Bill. I've always wanted a Rayman skin wrap in front of my fireplace.
Alright, so now we can just hit him. And, oh yeah, he does actually have invincibility, like, when he gets back onto his wrecking ball, but, well, we beat him. Alright, so next role is Land of the Living Dead. In my opinion, my most favorite role in terms of, like, how it looks and stuff. It's nice and peaceful. Also, the cutscene kind of shows a cage and looks really tempting, but we're just gonna ignore it. Because, well, I did mention before that I'm only gonna get 2 cages in the whole run, and I did already get 2, so we're not gonna get any more, so too bad. Alright, so here's a mid-air super jump. So you get up here. And then here is a pretty precise jump. Just gonna take my time with it, this one. Alright, that should make it. Alright. And then here is one of the harder skips in the game, actually. It's an extended camera buffered super jump again. That's not good. We need to try again. Alright. Yeah, that's a skip that also, you know, can kinda kill runs sometimes. You know, assuming you go for it. Alright, so there's actually here's a glitch that I wasn't thinking of. We're only gonna do this glitch once in the run, and it's called a first-person dive. Okay, that was kind of strange. I've not seen that before. Alright. So you're basically just using first-person mode, and when you hit the water, you actually sink. In this game, you can swim underwater, except for one level where it's scripted. So, you know, there's no hitbox, like, on the bottom of the water area, basically. Alright, and then here I'm gonna do a trick in respect of Respert. He is an old runner of this game. Alright, so that's called a rolling super jump. I'm actually only gonna do one more. That one was just kinda, you know, just to be funny, I guess. Alright, so here is a really cool trick, if I can get it. Oh, okay, I barely didn't get it. So that hoodlum can actually notice you before it, like, hits the gate switch, and you will actually ignore it entirely. But instead, we're just gonna have to do an extended super jump into a glide walk to get over it now. Which still is fast. Like, it skips this huge tower area, and it takes like 6 minutes glitchless, so it's a lot of time.
Globox, stop beating your boogers. I feel like
Alright, so this trick is pretty awkward, so I might have to do this one for a little while. Alright, got it. Okay, so that's actually a camera buffered super jump using the recoil of the piggy bank, which, I don't know, I think it's easier than I'm making it look myself, because I hold the control in a pretty awkward way. But, well, that's how my muscle memory told me to do it, I guess. And, well, basically we're outbound, just swimming. This is supposed to be an underwater area where you actually swim underwater. And fight a boss called KO Shay. Like this robotic underwater monster. But you know, we don't really like bosses, so we're just gonna... You know, we're gonna skip most of them anyways. The only one we haven't skipped so far is the second phase of Razov, because, well, you actually need to beat him to end the level. Like, the exit flag is basically set when Razov's HP reaches 0.
Rayman, you're the coolest ever, and you're my bestest friend.
And you're my bestest friend. I didn't know.
Alright, so in this area, you have to use the shock rocket to hit hoodlums, but we're just gonna ignore that and clip through this wall right here. Like that. And just kill them like this. Just a little faster. That's a nice camera. Okay, so I don't know if maybe this the brightness can be adjusted now, like since we're just gonna be doing an auto scroller now. I don't know if this is gonna
Rayman, wait up!
I don't know if this is gonna be a good idea. I can kind of watch through it. I don't even know if this shows up on stream, but
No, it doesn't.
but yeah, there's something obstructing the screen right now.
All you do, don't change the input like that. Oh shit, AB2.
I don't know which one to press.
Oh fuck.
This is the longest auto scroller though, so. But well, there's some time pressure, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Alright, looks like it's gonna be brighter. Good. Okay, I think that's good enough. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to have like some mist cloud like on my screen or anything. Yeah, okay, hopefully this will fix things up. Cause yeah, the skip that I'm gonna be doing where being able to see is really important is the next level right here. Or, well, not right here, but coming up. First level is Desert of the Kanaran. And if I fail this skip, it's a hard lock. I do have a backup save in case it happens, so, you know. Let's just, you know, have fingers crossed. And, well, in case it does happen, it loses, like, a little over a minute, I think. I haven't failed it in a while, but, well, that's not gonna mean anything. Not to me, at least. I'm just gonna make sure that I get it.
What's your PB in this actually? You don't have it uploaded, right?
That's right, because I actually don't have a way to record GameCube, or, like, GameCube games, yeah. But my PB is 120.02, and it's honestly not that good, but, before I started practicing for this, my PB was like 132.01, and that was a pretty old run. So yeah.
This will be your first
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's most likely not gonna PB, because I did have to reload the level a few times.
Yeah.
Like, I think a mid 120 would be pretty reasonable. Alright, so here's a skip coming up. You probably want to have some serious time for this.
This burns! Quick, get in the shade!
Alright, so we're gonna do a camera buffered super jump to go out of bounds here. Well, if I can get it, of course. There we go. And now I need to look very carefully. Oh boy. I'm scared. This is pretty hard to see, to be honest.
You soft lock, right?
I hard lock. Well, I could also soft lock, which you know is okay. I can see a bit better now. Like the background that you see like moving is kind of a factor as well. Okay, now I have to drop for exactly 1 second. Okay, so if I like don't do that, I will basically just fly straight over the exit and just you know kind of fly forever.
Yeah, the razor blade is bigger.
But yeah, I'm like going in the right direction.
What
I
are you
hope.
gonna do with your hard lock?
Well, I basically have to reset, and I'll just have to reload with a backup save I have.
Let's hope we don't do that.
If Rayman's sprite disappears here, I'm gonna pause buffer. Okay, that was actually really close.
Synchronized.
Same clap, same clap.
All right, so
It sounds weird.
Yeah, we shouldn't sync.
if I was right next to the hallway that has like the exit flag in it, I would basically trigger the cutscene and just fall down forever. And you can't pause the game, you can't do anything, so you're basically stuck. But yeah, I guess like that's the scariest skip for a marathon that you know we just kind of took care of. So yeah, this level exists. You just kind of do this and you go straight for the exit. Normally you would have to like get a canary into like some switch which makes platforms move so you can actually like go up them and they have to free a TNC and get up with a yellow can. So here we're actually gonna do another way to get playable camera mode. First mid-air super jump to get up here. This is actually not the fastest strat, but it's definitely the most consistent, so we're just gonna deal with that. Basically what we're gonna do is... Okay, I do actually need to look at my health, because it does matter. But we're gonna get hit by this guy 3 times. Which is gonna bring up a cutscene, which we can cancel out of by pausing and unpausing. And then when the cutscene ends, if you have camera mode active, you can just get PCM. It's really easy, and that's actually a PCM method I found as well. This is the only use for it because, well, you need a canary to do it. So there's not that many places where you could do it.
No, of course not. What was I thinking?
And that skips quite a few puzzles and also this tower that I'm currently on top of. Alright, so .k4. It's gonna be, again, pretty straightforward. We're just gonna go down here, go through some dark areas, stuff. Then here we're gonna do a super jump out of this room where you're supposed to like carry an egg through this room, and there's like traps everywhere, and it's pretty annoying. So we're just gonna super jump out here. And the ceiling doesn't have collision there, so we get to go through. And then this room coming up that looks kind of green has platforms on cycles. If we damage boost through this green stuff and go fast enough, we can make an early cycle. Alright. And then we're gonna do another super jump here. Oops. Okay. And what normally we're supposed to do here is go to the end of this hallway and then Canary and basically roar and stuff and the ground falls down from under your feet, but we can just hit the trigger like this. Okay, so there's a boss coming up here called Reflux, and it's quite a complex boss actually. This boss used to be 3 minutes and 30 seconds, but now it's half of that. And the reason for that is we used to think that you need the red can to hit him, which naturally does more damage. But it turns out that if you don't use the red can, you do less damage, but you get more hits in. And in addition to that, you actually get his cycle where he's vulnerable twice in a row. He also has a long cycle, which there used to be 4, but now there's just 1. There's a really rare occurrence where I actually can get 0. I think it has to do with like how much damage you do to Reflux at a certain time, but as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of up to luck because you need to like do some very specific amount of damage.
You shut up, you stupid toad!
And he also has like this fire dance attack. If we just damage ourselves, it will just end that attack right away.
A winless little runt has a chance against him? No, but really, I'm sure your friend will shine in the arena when Reflex is burning his corpse. Let the combat begin!
Alright, so he's gonna start off with his fire dance attack, so we're just gonna get hit by that. And then we're just not gonna use the red can here. And then he's gonna do the attack again, which if you used the red can, that wouldn't happen, because the red can actually gives Reflux a damage cap, but that damage cap does not apply when you don't use the red can. Alright, so this is the only long cycle we're gonna see. I'm actually gonna get the red can here for this, because this phase actually has invincibility frames, so it would just be faster to end it like this right away. And I don't know if there's a damage cap, but it would just be faster to do this anyway. So now we're just not gonna use the red can for the rest of the fight. You're also seeing that for the whole fight, I'm gonna be on low health, and that actually makes this boss quite difficult because I'm gonna like just get hit all the time. So okay, this attack is basically scripted, and it basically makes it so that the long cycle doesn't happen. Gonna like just keep getting health because I just, you know, don't want to die. Probably if I die, that would probably be 3 minutes down the drain. So yeah, wouldn't be too good of an idea, I think. Just gonna, you know, take it safe. Should be good for now though. The rest of the fight. If we're lucky, we can actually avoid. Okay, we still have to do this one. Oh, actually, I'm gonna just get health just to be sure. I did hear the health warning. I think I could have tanked another hit, but I'm just not gonna chance it.
Rayman!
Yeah, even casually, this boss is actually quite hard. I remember the first time I played this game, I died a lot on this boss. It's a hard one. Alright, so we're gonna basically get a new power here that turns black lumps into red lumps, and there's a tutorial associated to it. But we're gonna do something called tutorial skip. I'm only gonna try this once. It doesn't, like, it's not worth to keep trying, basically. But if we get it, it's nice. Okay, I didn't get it. So we're just gonna do this. Just go through it. It's only like, I don't know, 20 seconds. 30. I'm not really sure, but like, if it's not a skip that I'm really good at, and we're just gonna blame Glowbox. It's one of those skips that I don't really understand how it works, really. Like, I do get it sometimes, but more often than not, I don't. At least not within a reasonable amount of time. Okay, nice rolling super jump. I didn't mean for that to happen. So yeah, we're just gonna ignore this fight, which actually doesn't trigger a fight that's supposed to spawn here, which I'm pretty sure that's just normal, because you can just, you know, ignore this guy normally. And now we're gonna use a camera buff super jump to get past this door. Like that. Okay. This fight does actually spawn, but we're just, you know, again, just gonna do a mirror glide walk to go up this wall. You can actually get up here without glitches, but it involves a damage boost that can be pretty annoying. Also, that guy exists. He does, like, he's there, but his AI and his hitboxes aren't loaded, because I skipped too many triggers.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Alright, so this one we just kind of have to do normally. It's actually kind of annoying, but we got it pretty quickly, so it's all fine. You could actually get up there without that platform that just rose up, but it's like, I don't know, it's one of those tricks that works 1 in 1,000 times. It's actually a trick that's being used by score runners, and it's a nightmare.
Reflux and Andre have joined forces and have stolen the scepter from Gumzi, the child king of the Knarren.
So this world is the longest shortcut. It's a pretty short world, even though it's the longest shortcut.
This door leads to a shortcut.
Basically, all this world is about is there's gonna be a door that basically leads to an exit, but you can't go through it until you collected all the crowns in the level. But, well, we're just gonna go through the ceiling and just go straight for the exit. As Glovis just said, as if we have time for this. You know, we don't really have time to collect crowns, it's just nonsense. It's actually, like, if you do this glitchless, it's actually a really hard level, because there's a lot of, like, dodgy platforms and cycles and all that. It's pretty terrible. It's a very execution heavy level in a glitchless run. Also, that door is the exact same, so I can just do the exact same trick there to skip the second door. For the third one, I do have to do something more fancy.
Shortcut ain't so short. Looks like another job for me. Super. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
So yeah, we just do a mirror glide walk there, just to kind of glide up that wall. That's actually pretty tricky. Also, I just went through a wall there. You're actually never meant to hit that wall at all, because the door, like, that's supposed to open actually, like, pushes towards it. So I get to go right through it, because, you know, they never expected you to hit that wall.
You're too late. Reflux and Andre are already here.
They succeed in evoking a lattice.
So next world coming up is Summit Beyond the Clouds. And the first level is gonna be spent on this ship, and we can't really do anything to speed this up, really. Even if you could, in theory, hit the exit flag with a glitch, it would be slower, because the exit is super far away from here. Like, this map is huge, and it would just not make sense to just go straight for the exit like that.
Andy, my little Andy.
There's actually not really a way to get to the exit, just because of how far away it is. Well, you could actually start level PCM here, actually, and get the yellow can. Okay, Okay, so there is actually RNG involved in this. One of the few times that RNG actually kind of matters. Oh wait. Okay, for some reason I thought there was a dot on the bottom. Okay, that's actually good because if they spawn in the back like right at the start, I have to go straight for it, and that takes a lot of time. So okay, they do spawn in the back now, but I believe there should be spawning multiple at the same time now. Actually, the fact that 2 spawned at the same time there is actually kind of bad. I still think it's faster to just keep hitting the cannons here, though. Not entirely sure, but I'm positive that it's just better to do that. Just because it takes so long to get to the cannon in the back. So yeah, this is gonna be going for a while, and it's pretty input heavy as well. Which makes it kind of annoying, like if you do a run of this yourself. It's definitely, I mean, it's boring, and it's also like one of those levels where you have to pay attention and a lot of buttons and stuff. Now I can go to the back. Also, the camera is pretty cool here sometimes. More often than not, that happens.
We're almost there. We're gonna save Andre. We're the kings of the world.
Also, this is pretty cool. You're just looking at something. And Rayman is invisible, and the camera is like really zoomed in. Alright, so actually something I didn't mention, this world is like completely glitchless except for this level. And this level is actually kind of a troll in that regard as well. Because if you go out of bounds in this level, the entire second half of the level will entirely unload. Not including the exit flag, I'm pretty sure. So if you're trying to like do skips to like get through this faster, the game is just not gonna be happy. I mean, there's still quite a lot of skips here, and you know, the fact that we can't just go straight from point A to point B, we just need to kinda do more glitches along the way. Also, yeah, these snowballs can, yeah, they can ruin your day. Pretty sure it's RNG as well. Oh, I actually got it. Never mind. Alright. Gonna do a glide walk to get up here. Camera buffered super jump up here. And now here is a wooden door that actually, for a long time, could not be skipped, and there's only one way to skip it. Oops. By doing mid-air glide walk here. And it does look like I'm gonna go out of bounds here, but it's still kind of inside the level geometry. So it's not gonna be enough to like unload the entire level. If it did unload, then, well, the area I'm like going through now would just be not there. The gems and the cans are actually still there, though. And there's actually, in this level, there's actually a can that's inside a wall. Alright, this guy is being kind of a troll. Alright. Normally camera buffed super jumps are kind of annoying to do in fixed cameras, but for some reason that one is really easy. And so the last level summit is gonna be a snowboarding section, which you can't really do anything, just have to go for it. You can actually get first person mode in this when you enter it, but it's not faster or anything, it's just cool. And I think it's frame perfect as well. Which I'm not gonna bother with, because, well, we'll probably waste too much time. Also, this is probably also most players' favorite track in the game. Oh, yeah, you can hit those guys. It's intended, so... And I'm pretty sure I did know that when I played this first time. Well, maybe not the first time, but I did know it was a thing. Like, it kind of looks like you can't hit them because, like, you know, they spin around so fast, but you just kind of mow them over. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, like, this level is the biggest troll for anyone who wants to do an all green gems race. Because there's a green gem in this level that, to be honest, even I don't know how to get. And I've done score runs of this game, so that's saying a lot. Like, it's in mid-air, and, like, I don't even know how you get close to it. I wonder if, like, the score runners of this game do know that, like, how to get it, because... yeah, there is actually a community for scoring, and I'm pretty sure they do actually ban some glitches, mainly PCM, because it's not, you can't do it in i3 version. PCM actually allows you to get more points. Alright, so next world coming up is Football Headquarters, and it's a pretty tough level. It's gonna have some extended camera buffered super jumps once again, and well, you know, let's just hope we get them.
Andy's here someplace, I just know it. That little guy was starting to grow on me.
So we're just gonna start with a glide walk.
Good day.
And I'm gonna go up this
You
bridge.
are entering the headquarters of the Black Lung Zone.
And then we're gonna do one here.
Exterior register.
Okay, I dropped down. Now I have to reload, actually. Well, I think I could still, like, do some stuff, but I think it's faster to just reload at this point.
You make it seem like loading is intended as well.
Yeah, actually I never explained that, because there's actually a glitch I'm doing in the menu as well, called menu breakout glitch, which basically allows you to actually reload the level right away, which wasn't actually a feature in the GameCube version.
You are entering the headquarters of the Black Lung Zone. Exterior temperature.
Okay, that's not good.
Interior
It works with just like spam buttons. While you move right and left.
Wow, that lady's got a lovely
Having some
voice.
trouble here.
I'd like to meet her.
Well, I guess that's to expect. Oh, I had it, but I dropped it. Alright. So even if, actually I don't think, even if I didn't get the right height, I still would be able to get into the last room. So I think the most important thing is to get, like, past a gate that is, like, really close to me. Like, in fact, I could just jump to it, over it, from where I was doing the trick. Okay, I do think okay. Oh, and I think I grabbed the ledge, so I actually have to kill this guy. Which isn't that much slower, really, so we're just gonna switch him. Or he's just gonna kill himself, that works too. Okay, so next level is gonna have another extended camera buffered super jump. This one I think is a little easier, but well, I could just be spending more time on it and I would just be lying. It's kind of annoying to set up though, because there's like all these enemies. Right? Got it. And then here there's a section that most people in the community call drill shooting, and you're supposed to not hit the girls in that little section to basically open up the exit. But we're just gonna, you know, kind of skip it with a camera buffered super jump. Alright, so another extended camera buffered super jump coming up, and for this one I'm actually gonna grab a ledge beforehand. Just like in the last level, actually.
You have entered into the foundry. Black gloves of hot stuff.
Oh. This one can actually be quite hard. Alright. I'm gonna grab that. And now we need to do an extended camera buffered super jump into a glide walk. Oh, that was actually not a glide walk. I think I'm gonna try something here. It's probably gonna be a bad idea.
I
like the sound of that.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. I actually haven't practiced that backup at all, so... Yeah, that you have to like do a glide walk off of a moving surface, and okay. That was pretty great though. Getting that. Also, I don't know what this is about, but I guess the programmers forgot something. This game is well designed, trust me. So, there's a boss here called the Horrible Machine, or Bias Runner's RNG Machine Skip. Or, well, it's RNG Machine Skip we're gonna do here. It's can be kind of annoying, but I got it first try. What boss? Oh, yeah, in casual play you just see that boss, and...
No, I mean the warning.
Oh. What? Wait, what warning?
Warning at the start of the...
Oh yeah, you can see it. It's kind of random, actually. I don't know if that occurs on every version, actually. But well, I would say it's more likely to occur if you do some input before the level starts. I've only seen it on that level. So yeah, this level is just gonna be, you know, just going through it and run away from the, I don't know, strawberry juice or something. I'm not really sure. It doesn't look like lava to me. The lava in Rayman 2 looked a lot more like lava. It's not necessarily faster, but I just do it to avoid the falling rocks more easily. And it also keeps your angle, so you just grab the... Whoa, that was a weird boost. That kind of scared me, because if I get hit by this lava, quote-unquote lava, 3 times, I die. Which, well, I don't know, it has probably happened before, but it's a rare sight for speedrunners, I would say. Alright, so last world, Tower of the Leptis. It's gonna have another camera buffered, extended camera buffered super jump. And this one I have to do off a visible ledge, and this one might take a while depending on how well I'm like positioning myself. Okay, I didn't get it there. You can. It's possible sometimes that you like fall really fast instead of like going up fast.
This one skips so much.
Yeah, it skips a lot of fights actually. Actually, in glitchless, you can skip most of this as well. Like, there is this jump you can do to an upper ledge that they didn't expect you to get to. And even then, you skip like, I don't know, 5 minutes. So it's pretty funny. Like, it's pretty funny that glitchless, like even glitchless has skips. But in glitchless, that would be the biggest skip pretty much. Like, as far as time saves are concerned. Okay, there's a new glitch here. Or, well, not really new, but one that we haven't shown yet. And I need an audio cue for this one. It's pretty precise actually, so I hope I don't miss it. It's 1 minute loss for every time I fill it. Okay, got it. So you can tell when you get it when the camera kind of gets weird. Basically, how that works is if you go into a fixed camera area as the cutscene starts, you basically trigger a glitch called IPG, or Infinite Power-Up Glitch for short. Did I get through the wall? Oh no, I didn't. But yeah, it's basically similar to PCM. Oops. And you're not like limited to some like yes or no dialogue box or anything. So you can't just jump wherever you want, basically. Also, what's kind of weird about IPG is that when you do glide walks, you get increased gravity or something. I don't really know how it works, but well, it's kind of a side effect. So yeah, and that clip basically, you know, allows you to avoid all this. And in case I didn't explain the trick I did afterwards, like to get to the yellow can early, that was a rolling super jump. I don't think I really explained what it is, but it's... You basically roll off a ledge and then hit another ledge, and for some reason you can sometimes get shot up. Rolling super jumps were all over the place for a long time, and they are infamous for being very inconsistent. Like, this game was really hard to run back when rolling super jumps were all over the place. But now there's really only one, being the one I just did in this level, basically.
Rayman! Look what I found! I can't find the brain!
Glowbox! Glowbox! Are you okay? Glowbox!
So this level is gonna have like these two sections which runners call Call of Duty. I don't really know what the game is all about, it's probably something shooting or something, but anyway, the first one we do actually have to go through, but the second one we can skip. And it's probably the second hardest skip in the game. If you are on a pace for a good time, the run can't just die from that trick alone. You can lose many minutes on it. Like, it's one of those tricks that you can get it first try, but it could also be like 30th try or something. So, yeah, I guess, you know, let's just hope I'll get it somewhat fast. It's also kind of a trick that is kind of hard to get consistent, so it's just really hard. Yeah, we're almost at the end of the first shooting section. And then second hardest skip coming up.
Check out these gears, it's remarkable. Andre's already the heavy machinery. What a precocious child. Wow, check out our race place. Think of the party potential. Andre, can you hear me? Your lock is really
Alright, so Skip is
cool.
coming up in this room.
Could use a few more windows, though. Andy, rumor has it you're about to summon the mighty Tetris. Say it isn't so.
Right. Getting it first try is a bit hard. So, yeah, I could be spending quite some time on this, so let's just hope I get it somewhat fast. Yeah, this is just one of those skips that just makes no sense. Okay, got it. Yeah, it wasn't... It could have been better, but well, the fact that I got it is, you know, in like a minute or something, that's good enough. Like, it was still faster, and it basically skips that Call of Duty section, and also this pink room down there, which is called the Flusher. And it's a pretty brutal area, actually. If you get caught by those windmill things from the side, you can't just get chainsawed to death. Like, you can just get hit and just take, I don't know, like 100 hits in like a second. Alright, so the final boss is coming up, Reflux. Actually, a week ago, I found a new strat on the first phase, which actually made it possible to one-cycle this fight. I'm not gonna expect to get it. It's really inconsistent and stuff, and actually I only found how it works. I found out how it worked yesterday.
Dude, even two-cycling it is hard.
Yeah, so if you two-cycle him, you basically, what you do is damage boost a lot to basically get more hits in. One cycle is another story. I'm not gonna expect to get it because, I don't know, it's like a 1 in 6 chance that I'll get it or something, 25. Yeah, okay, I didn't get it. So, what I can actually do there is, when you hit Reflux without the red can, he actually has a different animation, and you can actually cancel his shield, like his shield regenerating animation entirely. So you can actually just keep hitting him. But 2-cycle is still good. Could be worse. Now I think I'm actually at kind of critical health, so if I get hit here, it's game over. There is health, but the first attack is basically gonna decide what I have to do, and react accordingly. Alright, yeah, I have to wait here. If I got hit there, I would have been dead, because it does like a lot of damage. Now we're good though. So he has 2 attacks here. One is this slap, which if he does it in that direction, that's good because it moves forward a bit. It's pretty much RNG, so you get rid. Well, okay, it's not. It's partly RNG because if you're like on the lower area of like where you're standing, he never slaps. But like if you're trying to go fast at the same time, it can just be different.
Or else Rayman will jump up on you.
Alright, so if we do the next cycle correctly, you can 2-cycle him. Okay, if he punches on the ground and you're on the ground, you get shot up, which does waste some time. I mean, it's not a big deal if it happens, but you know. Oh.
This idiot doesn't even know how to jump anymore.
Yeah, I don't really know how to jump anymore.
Keep an eye on your scepter. We can't let Rayman get a hold of it.
Okay, apparently I switched directions. Okay, that's like 40 seconds. Oh well. Apparently I, like, switch Rayman's direction of where he's like shooting. Because I accidentally hit the control stick. So yeah, this phase is gonna be kind of aggressive. Like he's gonna like just he's not really happy. Let's just say that. I would have had it if that didn't happen, but I kind of panicked when I saw it, what was happening. Alright, but well, that's still okay. I mean, at least we didn't die. That would have been worse. Alright, so the first phase is you just kind of have to go up, and there's not really anything you can do here to speed it up. Just kind of movement optimization for the most part. Alright, that he hits me here is okay, because you can actually jump out of his hits. Like he can jump out of his the electrocution animation. Hard words. Right, so we just get the orange cannon. That's the end of phase 3. And then last phase is coming up, which is gonna be its own level. Also, there's a rocket in the cutscene. It's kind of there. Also, floating Rayman. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. Am I missing it? Yeah, I don't know. This game does weird stuff. I think someone has actually game over on this cutscene, which I don't know. That's like the bizarrest thing probably I've heard. But alright. So this phase is gonna be able to get the free cycle at a minimum. For the first part, we basically have to bring down his shield twice, and then shoot him out of the sky.
Well, that guy doesn't seem very friendly. Wasn't I polite enough? Maybe he's the one who kept Andre in the back. Why we can't find him?
The controls on this thing are, by the way, pretty awkward because you have to keep adjusting your aim. Anyway, this is where it's basically gonna decide how many cycles you are gonna get. His HP is gonna go down drastically in the form of these hoodlums, and you need to get as many as you can before they go back to reflux and heal him. So like how many I get on the first and second cycle are basically gonna decide. Yeah. Also, these mines that I'm shooting, if they hit a red energy ball, it actually cancels out the shockwave entirely, so that would be bad news. I mean, I could still save it if it happens, but it kind of depends on RNG. And also, like, where the hoodlums are is also RNG. You can also get hit by reflux or the energy balls, which also wouldn't be that good. Yeah, looking at my time, this is not PB. But it's actually a lot lower than I thought it would be, so... Yeah, we're getting close to the end here. I'm not really worried about damage here. I mean, most of the time you just get rid of his energy balls anyway, because of how annoying this thing is to aim with. Alright, so this is where I need to get a lot of hoodlums, otherwise it's not gonna be a free cycle. And if that happens, if I don't get it, it's losing like 1.5 minutes? Something like that. So this section has to count to get it as fast as possible. There's also a lot of energy balls, so they can be kind of annoying and be in the way. Okay, let's not go there. This is looking alright. Okay, that should be a free cycle. Looking at his health. So now we just have to shoot him out of the sky one more time. That's gonna do enough damage to finish him off. Also, get ready on time. Time's coming up pretty soon. I think the 4th actually. Oh, he actually hit me. Nice. That hasn't happened in a long time. Alright, I need to wait for the string to turn. Alright. So yeah, get ready on time. And time.
Don't touch me! No! No! Glover!
Nice. Yeah, that was a good run. Yeah, the top 3 runners I think have like kinda in-dated runs, but everything below that is outdated. Like they're like over the past year even, like there were a lot of skips found, including the extended super jumps and the new PCM method and some other minor stuff. Like reflux strats basically.
Hey, what's the matter?
So yeah, that's Rayman 3.
I miss him. You know,